Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. To show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, looking for a man. Right side, it's Skinner. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd, man.
Hits the hole. It's Owens. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd down, they're in the gun, it's Reed. He'll pull it down. Can't get him to the ground. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Reed throws to the tight end. Fired in there, but incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Reed to the air again. Rush right in his face. Turning it on. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And he's just proving that time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Trying to pound their way in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggie.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And he made the extra point without problem. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
pass on second down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Press center down's going to the air. Oh, pressure's coming. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. There he goes. The 20. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it 1st and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
Out wide right, it's Skinner. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And he added the extra point. From deep, it's Bussey. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Gets the first himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Quick give. It's Owens. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Here's Reed to throw. Left side, it's Johnson. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tough run here. It's Owens. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into it.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is their sophomore defensive end, and as with any injury, they hope this is just a momentary thing. Holly will check on him in a bit. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Right side, it's Skinner. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Handoff, Baxter running left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Second down, gonna throw it. That one's not even close.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Second and long here. They'll move the tight end. Reed. Look out. Still running at the 40. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. The run inside. It's Owens. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Breaks into the open. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Play action with Reed. Still looking to his right. Out wide right, it's Horton. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Owens. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing Reed. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Kentucky right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Rides to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he almost had a pick.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Sends it back in motion. Reed. They're all over him. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it.
Makes a grab and room to run. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Turning it on. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
In the gun, third down, Reed. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Stepping to the right. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll throw on third and short. Looking down the middle. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense offense forces a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at. 'Cause he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Here's Reed to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's Georgia setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive.
Let's take a look at some of the other notable games going on, including one that looks like it could be headed towards upset city.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Reed buys time to his left.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. And now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff for Baxter. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throwing right. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Off to the races to the right. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Motion from the back. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Trying to get started. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive. Going with the counter play here. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Well, on a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this third down. Third and long right here. Throwing Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Defense picks it up. Racing down the left side. He's at the 20. Scooped and scored. Touchdown, Kentucky. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Deep in the end zone, it's Bussey.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Reed. In traffic, it's Horton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hits inside. It's Owens. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. To throw, it's Reed. Rushes on. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Making the adjustment. Here's some daylight. Got him right there.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Here's Reed to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Was to pass. Out wide left, it's Rodriguez. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got it looking for the first down. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Baxter. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looks as if he's going to run it. Bring him down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the 4th quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is total.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's going to take off. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Reed! Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Back open in the middle. Oh, a lot of space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Takes it in. Touchdown, Kentucky. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Throws quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Misses badly on that one. Second and long here. Throwing Reed. Under pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Inside the 25. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. On first down, it's Baxter again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Hand off for Baxter. Taken down. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baxter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Baxter again. And he's brought down after a short gain. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Kentucky spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.